There is a tale, the boy with two hearts, a heart of darkness and a heart of light. This boy would be known to change the world. His fate had been sealed the moment that he solved the Millennium Puzzle, an item that's been lost for 5,000 years. Yet little did he know that he and the puzzle were tied together far more closer than he could ever imagine, that his bond with this would go straight to paths that he didn't know taken. But we're here to talk about his honest beginnings. What started out as a simple little puzzle would change the world around him, and what started as a simple little card game would end up changing the world in the biggest of ways. This is the story of the boy who portrayed the two hearts. This is a story of friendship, lessons learned beyond anything that you could ever comprehend, and we must challenge everyone to a fucking children's card game. I am, of course, talking about. Greetings, geeks and nerds, I'm Lazy Universe and White and Nerdy, and welcome to a 26 years later review of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! But I have to point this out because most people are going to be very confused with me. This is the original uncut edition of Yu-Gi-Oh! These I own are very rare DVDs, and in fact, when I bought them, I only bought them at $3 a piece. Now, these are two of the rarest DVDs for Yu-Gi-Oh! Out there. I own these now, and I'm proudly keeping these. You have no idea how happy I was when I found out that these were rare, and I own both of them. I think that there is a, like the episode 7 through 9, but I haven't found that one if that's true. But the only one that I do have are these two. We're not going to take a look at all 6 episodes. Oh, no. We're just going to take a look at the original 3. The Blood Cutter and Blue-Eyed White Dragon, the Travelers Illusionist Faceless Mage, and the Lost Exodia. Now, I want to point this out that since this is the original uncut version, there's a lot that they do that borrows from the anime and the manga, created by Kazuki Takeshi. And, yes. While this is dubbed by 4Kids, so yes, it does have people like Dan Green in this, it is nothing like what you remember. Which I have a feeling is going to intrigue more people when I said, this is nothing like you remember 26 years ago. But this is still the original 3 episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! So we're going to be just taking a look at the first 3. Do they still hold up 26 years later? Well, if you do the math, I was only just a boy of 5 when this series came out, and I'm still blown away by how damn good the series is. Even though I much prefer Battle City Tournament more. But the original still holds up. How good? Well, strap on your dual disc, grab your decks, and grab your Millennium Puzzles, or your Millennium Rings. And also be prepared for me to make jokes because Joey and Tristan did not have the name Joey and Tristan when this anime first started. Not at first. Joey was Janoshi, and Tristan was Honda. I'm going to let that sink in for a moment. So anyways, let's dive into the original 3 episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! And see if it still holds up 26 years later. We begin before the theme song with the narrator telling us about a Millennium Box that holds a secret item inside of it, and that this item would soon be possessed by a young boy who would possess 2 hearts. After the theme song, we are opened up to high school, where kids are doing, well, what else? Playing children's card game. And this is the first that we see of the legendary Yu-Gi-Oh!
And defensive power, and the first one to eliminate his opponent's life points wins.
Alright, Yugi, it's your turn. Okay, my turn, huh?
But Yugi eventually points out to his friends that his grandfather runs a card shop, although why he never told his friends about this in the first place is unknown, and he hears Kaiba. As Yugi convinces his grandfather to show them his prized possession, a blue-eyed white dragon, a very powerful dragon card, yes, but that's not the reason why Grandpa honestly has it. It is until Seto fucking Kaiba walks in. Kaiba wants the card that his grandfather has at any mercy, and he'll do anything to have it.
Old man, I'll I'll trade you all the cards here for the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
But Yugi's grandfather doesn't want to trade, and Kaiba asks why, and he tells him it's a gift from a friend. As Kaiba comes back with the Kaiba Corp to challenge, Yugi's grandfather into a duel, and of course Yugi's grandfather does happily accept his offer. Yugi and his friends rush to settle Kaiba's Kaiba Corp, where they find his grandfather kind of beaten up, but that's only because of the shock that basically Kaiba had from his new dual disc system. So Yugi accepts the challenge off against Kaiba, and as you'd expect, the duel at first goes pretty damn well, until Kaiba manages to summon his ace in the hole.
White Dragon! First stream of destruction!
As Yugi, or Atem here, had no idea what he's doing until he hears his grandfather behind him, telling him that Exodia is like a piece of a puzzle. He has to solve it. And solve it he does, as Yugi manages to summon the legendary him himself, Exodia the Forbidden One, which basically makes Kaiba shit his pants right in front of Yugi.
Hellfire's Rage! Exodo Flame!
Just kidding, Yugi doesn't kill Kaiba. Okay, well, technically he does, because he does the legendary Mind Crush on him to eliminate his evil. As words of Kaiba's defeat hits way to Maximilian Pegasus, who will make his way known to Yugi in a short time, ending our first episode. We open our second episode with Joey battling Taya, but of course Joey's not doing so well, because, Joey was kind of an idiot duelist at first. Joey thought the way that the game should have been played is that he just uses strong monsters. He had no idea of the concept of spell and trap cards. That was until Yugi told him the truth. As Yugi had his grandfather put Joey through the most tasking of challenges before him in order to enter the Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament, which he came in 8th place, but that's not exactly that bad. As on TV, I'm shit you not, while they're waiting around, they watch the duel tournament between the two finalists, Weevil Underwood and the maniacal Rex Raptor. This is just to show off the duel in the new duel system and the thing, sure, and what we're going to be seeing in the future. And that's pretty prominent, especially for the animator showed it off at first. And so later that night, Yugi opens up his box, which held a duelist glove with 2 stars in a video cassette. And of course, he first pops in the video cassette to see what's on it.
Hello there. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Yugi boy.
Hey, that's...
The guy from TV.
It's the
Yes, Pegasus made his own little, dating video for Yugimoto, and he basically challenges him to a duel, as Yugi is confused because they'd have no way of doing it, until Pegasus does this.
Grandpa! Joey! Tristan! Taya! What the fuck is happening here?
I don't think Suzuki Takahashi had the right idea, but anyways, yes, the duel consists of, Yugi, and of course his opponent, Maximilian Pegasus. As the duel goes on, Yugi begins to wonder what in the hell is happening and how the hell can Pegasus predict all my moves. And that's when he didn't know at first about his Millennium Eye. Which of course Yugi was planning to end the duel as it is. But unfortunately, here is one thing that Yugi didn't put into the timer of the video, and this happened.
Meantime, it is Summon Skull! Battle!
Mine is the shadow power of the Millennium Eye.
Millennium Eye.
We shall meet again in the kingdom. That is, if you want to reclaim.
And so Pegasus uses the power of his magic Millennium Eye in order to trap the soul of Yugi's grandfather with him at his own duelist kingdom miles away.
I'm sorry. I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
So after Pegasus traps Yugi's grandfather somehow, Yugi ends up humping the TV with everybody wondering what the hell had just happened. On to our last episode, Yugi is on top of the school thinking about Maximilian Pegasus and what he had done to his grandfather, vowing that he will have his revenge upon Pegasus for what he'd done. Meanwhile, things aren't better for Joey as he gets news from his sister that she needs a very expensive treatment in order to fix her eyes because she currently has, well, basically blindness. And Joey talked to Yugi about this, as he's very concerned about what's going on, and he's also concerned about his sister's safety, as any big brother would be, but Yugi reassures him that he'll be alright. In the meantime, though, speaking of Joey, he decides to be an idiot and tries to sneak on board the ship, even though he had nothing to go on with, until Yugi backs him up.
What? According to this card, a star chip proves one is a duelist.
That may be.
And so, thanks to Yugi, he's able to get Joey onto the ship safe and sound, but not Tristan or Seiya, who have to sneak on board the ship. As Yugi and Joey ends up meeting two very familiar faces, Rex Raptor and Weevil Underwood, who basically want to take Yugi upon and also learn most of his secrets. And so Weevil asks Yugi if he can see his Exodia, which of course Yugi hands over to Weevil Underwood, who of course looks at the cards and then does the unthinkable.
This is the way! Now there's no one who can challenge me!
Why, you!
Oh my god, he's an idiot!
First of all, Yugi, why? Why would you ever trade your fucking Exodia into the hands of that little shit weasel that you just happen to know? And for Weevil, what the fuck do you think you were doing tossing a very rare Exodia card over the edge like this? Oh, and ever since Weevil did this, every fan said this exact phrase.
Killing.
So after all that happened, Yugi's worried about his precious Exodia, and Joey dived deep into the icy waters below to try to save it, which of course he couldn't. Joey admits the truth to everybody that his sister will soon be losing her sight if he doesn't do something, and that's why he's determined to win the tournament once and for all, so she can see again. As the sun rises the next morning, as it's set that Duel's kingdom will be set upon the island, as the team gets ready for the ultimate battle of their life, ending our 3 episodes. And that was Yu-Gi-Oh! The first 3 episodes, 26 years later. And does it still hold up? Surprisingly, with all the jokes and whatnot, especially the ultimate betrayal that all of us Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans will never forgive Weevil Underwood for, they still hold up. Of course, they're not the best episodes out there. I mean, you can still tell that they're completely dated, especially for Kazuki Takahashi. Like, a lot of his ideas, especially at first, were very weird and vague with what he wanted to do. It wasn't until around Battle City Tournament where he actually figured out, okay, this is the actual story that I want to tell. Which, to me, Kazuki is a lot like Akira Toriyama, who, when he first started Dragon Ball, he had no idea what he wanted to do. It wasn't until Dragon Ball Z where he was like, this is the story that I want to tell. So you can really get the grasp of that, especially with Dueling. If you see the first 3 episodes of Dueling, you're going to be very confused about how us kids back then used to duel. Oh, it was a confusing nightmare. Please, never ruin the rules that we have now. For God's sakes. Please. Thank you. Because before, right here, used to be a nightmare. So, for the first 3 episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh!, they still hold up to this day. They're goofy, they're ridiculous, but hey, it's anime, man. Every anime is goofy and ridiculous. And in case you don't believe me, Kazuki Takahashi was inspired by Hirohiko Araki. I repeat that. Kazuki Takahashi, the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh!, was inspired by the creator of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. So for a lot of ideas that seem weird and vague and what the hell is going on here, they originally started with JoJo's Bizarre Adventures that inspired Kazuki Takahashi. So, happy 26 years anniversary to Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think that you should still check it out. It's brilliantly animated, well crafted, but maybe the first season's not for you, but if I were you, Battle City Tournament, baby. That's the season that you want. But But all that said, the first 3 episodes still hold up to this day, and 26 years later, it's still damn rewatchable every single time. So if you haven't checked out the original Yu-Gi-Oh yet, enjoy the 26th year and actually check it out wherever that you can find it. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon to be notified every single time I make an upload, and follow me at Twitter with the link in the description down below. I've also reviewed the Battle City Tournament arc of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I will pin where you can, in the comments, where you can go and watch that review if you so please to. But for the first 3 episodes, I gotta say, while it's goofy, I mean, it was 4 kids. 4 kids was very goofy, especially with a lot of things that they had to censor. But for the original 3 episodes, I think that it still holds up. And happy 26th year anniversary to Yu-Gi-Oh! So, and also, if you don't like the original Yu-Gi-Oh!, what season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is your favorite? Mine, preferably, I really do love Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. By far, my most favorite and rewatchable series. And if you think that we're ever going to review it on here, maybe in the future. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Billy Universe. I'm waiting to keep it on. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me at